everyone. This is Kathy Mason from MasonWorks Marketing here on Conscious Business Zone with my friend David Starr. Hey, David, how are
Hey,
you?
Kathy.
I'm
Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited to talk to you and find out what's happening because there's always something out of this world happening with you.
Yeah, you could say that.
I do. That's what I love because I relate. So,
Yeah.
everyone, if you haven't seen David on our show before, he is one of my favorites. He's a master consciousness channel, a channel for healing trauma, a soul expansion and ascension master. He works with galactic beings, light beings, and angels for global awakening. And what I've benefited the most so far, now we've still got, I'm not gone yet, so there's still more to do, it is his shadow work, which is amazing. If you are coming up to blocks that it's like, what's that? It's here again. It's just showing up in a different person in a different way. Then you know you got stuff going on that David could just like. So, David, how did you
Yeah.
figure out that you were this magical wizard guy?
Well, I suppose I always was different. Like it's just weird things would happen to me when I was a teenager, and such as, let's just say, Galactic Beings visiting me, telling me how history was completely rewritten by people who are controlling the narrative. And they went into 100 years of history that is completely false, which was like the leading up to like the 1900s, and they've there's been angel experiences, angels coming down. Those were a lot more beautiful, and the love energies. They showed me that the angels do exist, and they operate in the highest level of unconditional love. It is like the energy of as much as you can, the most that you can love on this level of existence times like 1,000. It's that their energy of love is so big, their ability, and I do believe it's because they come down from such a high level. And it's pure love, and so when they come down, it is like a love that you have never felt before. But it can be similar to the unconditional love that you'd have for like a close family member or a child, and times about 1,000. And you're like, well, how can that be possible? There's no way something could love more than I love my child. And it is not that it is a competition. It's the vibration and the intensity of the energy of love that they're in from the higher realms of the angelic kingdoms.
Right.
That so when they bring this frequency down, you just feel this intense love that you have just not been able to feel. So all of these things, there's just been so many experiences that have been paranormal in my life. And so I suppose I just went with it all. I never really had like somebody walking my hand and holding me through it. And that's why like all of my training, like the majority of it anyways, I've gotten in like the etheric realms and through like light beings or angels or ascended masters. And it's just what I've known. Like I just don't know anything other really. So I suppose it seems magical, but it's really like everybody is this magical. So I'm really excited to like help people connect with this light that they are and this magic of universe of self that they are. And so that it really excites me, to do that.
It sounds like the veils never were quite connected for you. Like some people came in and saw this reality as kind of not congruent with truth, not congruent with love. And it sounds like that's what you did. Is that correct?
Yeah, and it keeps even getting lesser and lesser the more the frequency is raised up. And then what I understand about this reality now is totally different. So there was a point like a year ago, and I love telling the story because it shows you what's really behind the reality. So I'm sitting, and it's this most amazing, beautiful snowstorm, and the snowflakes are twirling perfectly, and the street lamps light is twinkling every snowflake, and it just looks completely mystical, magical. And it's like in this perfect snowstorm that is magical. It's light. It's not even cold out at the time, and it's just perfect beauty. And I'm looking around, and I'm just like almost lost in the energy, and I'm just thinking to myself, there must be something behind this snowstorm. It's too perfect. So I just said, if the angels are behind this, can you give me a sign and show me that you're behind this and making this beautiful snow fall? And at that moment, with my own two eyes, this golden light beam opens up inside of the snow, and this hand reaches out, like the Michelangelo Sistine Chapel, and just to confirm, yes, the angels are behind this. And this is at night, and a light just opens up inside of the snowstorm, and this angel's arm comes out to signal, yes, we really are behind this. Because I started catching on that heaven is on earth. So I started asking these questions. I started believing. I'm like, you know what? I believe it is. I believe heaven's on earth. I believe it's and now I know it is. So it's like it's interwoven within our frequency. And now that I've seen how the angels operate, they're literally at this little octave that's above, and they're monitoring everybody, and they're working from this coded angelic realm, and helping people with in the most profound ways. Like, they're just so beautiful because they only operate out of love, out of frequencies of love. So if you're not in energies of love, then they will find messengers to help uplift you, whether it's birds or people to call you and uplift you. And they will, if you ask them for their help, they will come, and they will be there. Like they always want to help you.
Yeah.
And so this like world that we're living in, it's not what people think. It's not even physical. It's completely coded angelic heaven reality. That's like more of like consciousness simulation, where we get to go around and experience all this magic. But behind the scenes, it is the angels, and they are assisting everybody with their ascension and with their life experiences. So it appears that this reality is physical, but it is not. It is all a reality created by the heavens. And so there is some things in this reality that people would call density teachers, and things that weigh down your and bring your states of consciousness down. And so because everybody signs up to this life and to these soul experiences, it is for you to advance and raise your frequency above the density teachers, so you don't have to experience these same like abusive patterns in relationships, so you can break the ancestral cycles of maybe domestic abuse or emotional abuse within the family genetic lines. And so when you start healing this for yourself, you heal it for the lineages, and you break the generational curse, basically. And so we're in this moment right now on Earth where there's an ascension. And in this ascension, there's two ascensions happening. One is ascending the consciousness of the planet, and the second is becoming the eternal light being and actually ascending out of this universal structure, living forever. And so both of them have different things that you have to do to achieve them. But the most important thing for everybody who wants to live a life of happiness, joy, without these traumas, is to do this great inner work and break out of the old consciousness models and come into the higher consciousness, which is this beautiful universal support system that is just waiting for you to come into your light, to assist you, to help you. And then when you realize this, you realize, okay, there's angels that are ready to help me. There's light beings that are ready to help me. I have these guides that are ready to help me. How do I connect with them? And you just start going within and start asking these questions and pursuing it. And then and asking for help when you need help from the universe, from your guide teams, and just start making that relationship with the light. And the more that you talk to the light at night, the more that you talk to the angels, the more you talk to your guide teams in the day, at night, throughout the day, the stronger the relationship you have with them, and the brighter your light will become, and the more magical your life will become, because this is like a whole universal support system that is just waiting to help you out. The angels' models, their motto is, how do we find more ways to love? But if you don't ask for the help, because this is a free will planet, they will not interfere with your life experience. So it's just a few things.
Just a few things. Okay, let's see if I can remember everything I could comment on. First of all, I love that you're reminding people that everything that's here is for you, if you can see that perspective. So Einstein apparently asked whether, or it said, I'm paraphrasing, but life is what you think it is. If your perspective is from whether you think this is a loving universe or a non-loving universe. And so if you go into the perspective of victim, it's not a loving universe. It's not even a supportive, happy universe. It's like heaven is on the other side, is death. Whereas I believe that, and my perspective is, you and I are talking, but I'm also up here watching us talk.
Yeah.
So only a part of me is in this avatar.
Exactly.
Right. So what I'm loving is that you're expressing the opportunity that finding love, like you just got a new puppy. So people that don't have loving people in their lives, and their story isn't loving, working with animals, working with plants, trees, working with nature. Nature is pure love, and it's in divine order. There is an order to this reality that the indigenous know, and we've forgotten. We've forgotten how to play the game at that level. That's how they can make it rain, and they knew where animals were, and they knew about the weather. They could sense it because they were so close. So what I love is that I have a book called The Map. I don't know if you've ever heard it, MAP. I'll grab it next time I put you on full screen. And it's from Paralanda. It's from the Finhorn organization. So it's like from the 1920s. And they talked about your team, creating your team with your angels for everything you need. So there have been people that have been close to the earth, close to the system, the true system that's here, that knew that everything you need is here, but you have to ask. They're sitting around like this. They can't interfere, just like you said, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But where do light being? Because I think what your gift is your sight is amazing. Your third eye sight is amazing. Your capacity to serve other people is just amazing. And without any ego to this, you're kind of in I'm going to play this game mode.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I'm just here to like help shift the planet, the
Oh, and
consciousness.
I love what you do. But can you talk about the light beings? Because as I said, like if you look at the indigenous work, you'll see that they knew how to play around with time. They knew how to play with the elements, and they knew about star beings, because that's really where we're from.
Yeah.
So could you talk a little bit, because I think their last name is Starr, but that you have a way of working with the light that's very different. It's very different than most people have. That's one of your incredible gifts. You're a genius at it. Could you talk a little bit more about light, about how,
Mm-hmm.
because that's how you find shadow. That's,
Mm-hmm.
if you could talk about light, that would be great.
Okay.
Okay.
Um, Excellent. So I'm going to talk about light in a couple of ways. First, I want to talk about the light within you, within your heart, the light of your soul. It is this beautiful, purest light, and it has so many layers of consciousness within it, all the way from crystalline source up to the prime source consciousness, where all is one. And within the light of consciousness of yourself, there lies in the crystalline akashic records. So as you are becoming brighter, as you are becoming more in tune with your heart and your light and your vibration, you have an opportunity to explore what you have been in the past. And when you start tapping into your, let's call it the unlimited source being power of self, and realizing that you have this ability to reprogram your vibration, to go into your light, release out the density. Everybody has these cubes. They're like little black cubes of density that you've picked up. You can call it karma, karmic cubes within their energetic fields. And what it is, it's like a weight on your consciousness from, let's say, maybe you were a pirate and you were killing people on the sea, or you were in slavery and you were in the slave trade and taking people. You take on this karma, and you bring it, and it stays in your energy from life to life. And then so the people that you've infiltrated in these negative states, you sign this soul contract when you do this to them, that they can do it to you. And so one lifetime you were the pirate, the next lifetime they're the pirate. So it's like this back and forth, but then it keeps going on, and then you're in this war, and then you're the bad guy on this side, and then you're oh, I, I think my connection here. It's 1 second here. So I'm gonna have to just go. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, I can hear you, and your picture's doing something weird.
It's
But
frozen.
I'll
Yeah, it's
show the
frozen. Yeah,
what
what I'll do is,
I can show this map book real quick and
yeah, I
take
noticed.
you off, and then you could come back in if you want. This is the book I was talking about, and it is amazing. It's from the 1900s. Actually, this book that I have is apparently a 1990 version, but it's from Perilanda, and this is the same knowledge as what has been used in Finhorn for all these years, where people really worked with it's a way to connect if you're not already connected with your guides and your team. It's one of the ways for you to certainly start with it, and start with it besides David. I mean, David's work is advanced. So I mean, and that's what I love about it. I mean, it's palpable, and strong and thorough. So and as I said, mostly what I've done with him is shadow work, but I've been watching, and he's very, very generous. If you follow him on YouTube or Facebook, you'll see that he's always gifting free clearings online. Ready for me to add you?
Yeah, I just have to. My camera went off, so but I want to continue this because it's so
Yeah.
important.
Okay. Your background isn't on now. Do you want to put
No,
the?
I know. No, it's okay because I have to charge my camera. It's my camera.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I'm gonna put you full screen. You want to
Yeah,
be full?
yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Okay. There we go.
Okay. So I wanted to talk about the light within you again. And like simple things that you can do to brighten your frequency is just tell the truth and be honest. And the more you tell the truth, the brighter your light becomes. So being honest with yourself, if you have this weight that is carrying within you because you have to tell somebody something, you have to tell them it. Otherwise, it dims your light. You just have to be honest and open in your relationships, and just completely speak from your heart. So when you are coming to the crystal Akash and going through your past lives, and we're talking about the pirate ship, when you heal that consciousness out, or if it's a war, when you heal it out, these little black cubes leave, they melt away, the karma goes away, so you clear the karma, so you don't have to. It's really amazing when you do it to relationships. Let's say in abusive relationships, you end up forgiving and releasing all these things from, let's say somebody comes into your life and they're always controlling, telling you what to do, and making you feel like you're not worthy. And this is just bugging you because you're like, oh, why do I always track the same guy that's trying to manipulate me, trying to control me? It is because it is still in your energy. And so when you do this inner work and you heal it out and you melt away the black karmic cubes, then what's behind them is this bright light, and it just starts shining brighter and brighter. When you do a lot of the inner work, then like your whole frequency, your whole light, you become illuminated. It expands, it grows bigger, and then you start like falling in love with yourself. And what's really amazing is it makes the law of attraction work for you. So you're in these deep states of love and joy. The biggest difference is you always feel like you have enough, whereas 99.9999% of the population feels like they never have enough. They want more. They want more money. They want more assets. They want more love. They want more. They want more. They want, and they feel like they don't have enough. And even the most richest person in the world wants more money, wants more power, and they're just never happy. They never have enough. And so when you do this inner work, then you are become self-fulfilled. You become in this state where you have enough. You're completely abundant, and everything is joy. Everything is enjoyable, and all of these experiences that are happening in your life are meant to accelerate your life. And so you start thinking about everybody who's coming into your life and how can you accelerate their life? How can they accelerate your life? Because you're both meant to, by design, whether it's them teaching you a lesson, you teaching them a lesson, them helping you, you helping them, whatever it is all meant to enhance your life. And when you do this work and you embody this knowledge, you shift your vibration, and then you become like a master manifester. So things just come to you. Magic just starts to happen. All the things that are within your heart, this dream that you've always wanted, becomes your reality. And like if you have any unhappiness in your life, then there's work to do. Like when you really alchemize everything within your light into light, everything that is these little karmic cubes, and you clear it all out, and you're just this bright light, you literally are a completely different person. And you don't have to try to be happy. You don't have to try to enjoy yourself. It's just you're in this energy of that. And now your vibration and the law of attraction just is on autopilot, because how it works is your vibration attracts your reality. And so when you shift your vibration into this higher consciousness, then you attract the higher consciousness reality. So this first step is to break out of all of the abusive energetic programs. They are within the mind's dimension. They're within the emotions universe, and they are within your energetic energies that you bring with you. So when this course, Embody the Master series that I have out, we go through all of these, and it's a total vibrational programming, melting away all of these old beliefs out of this old. So it's a total reprogramming of empowerment of your spiritual divinity and your light just to shoot bright. And a really big benefit, because like there is a density network, and so these density teachers, unfortunately they feed off people who are still playing in the programs of abuse, and this is including abuse to yourself when you are feeling sorry for yourself, in the victim mentality, and you're like, the world is against me, I don't have any luck, I just don't, I never get a break, everybody is out to get me. Like when you start thinking of this, all those density teachers, they'll just leech onto you, and they'll like, yes, think about that more, give me more of your energy. And this is what they do, they're like energetic vampires. And so it's why when you get onto a phone with somebody else and you're like, oh, poor me, it's my life is horrible, it's unlucky, and this has happened and that has happened, and then the other person on the other end of the phone, their energy starts getting sucked out, because this energy vampire is sucking your energy and their energy. And so this is the old program. You got to keep in mind, we're living in a reality where there's two programs, higher consciousness and lower consciousness. So the first thing you got to do is break out of the lower consciousness program, shift your vibration up so those density teachers can't vamp on you and just attach to you like that. And then it's like this emotional freedom happens. You're like, oh, finally, they're not able to infiltrate me. And then you're in the higher consciousness reality, and that's when the magic starts to begin. That's where your light is like so bright, you're not affected, you're not a victim. No, 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 you are in complete control of your reality, and you're empowered, and you're working with the light within yourself, you're working with your teams, and you know the universe is going to support you, and you have this, the whole universe right there with you, supporting you in your day-to-day. You're connecting with the light, you're bringing it with you, and you're using it to help clear you. If somebody's come in, because this happens, because we're living in two realities at the same time, somebody might just come in and start arguing and fighting, and you don't give into their arguments or their fights. You just be in your light, and you observe it. And if you are connecting with the light, you can even breathe it in and exhale the light into their field, just to clear the lower vibrations out, and just make everything peaceful. And then when they are done, you just clear it, and you just come from your heart. And it's almost like you don't feed the narrative of their anger, you don't feed the narrative of their fears. You instead come from a place of positive encouragement, but you don't give in to the victimhood. I mean, if there is a tragedy in the family, of course you offer your condolences, and but the bright side, the brighter days, the memories that you had, all of this beautiful memories that was there, and like the moments that you have with people, and this is why life is priceless. And so it's just changing the energy. So my model has been for the last year and a bit, no matter where I go, I make the energy right, and then everything else becomes wonderful. So like I'll go to places in other countries or and I'll clear out the energies, make the energy right. If there's people coming in.
Perfect. So I'm going to do this, if it's okay. I'm going to share your website. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
So it'll make it easy for you to share, and you can tell me how to drive the bus here. Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, this is David's new class that just looks fabulous. It's called Embodiment of a Master, and this is the page, and it's release. It's basically about peeling away those those things that are blocking you from being the light that you are, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Just falling in love with yourself, falling in love with your life and your moments every day, and being just completely free out of the old programs, out of the density network, so you can just enjoy everything. It's just so magical. It's a complete light infusion as well. It's mind alchemy. So the Divine Mother, she goes through, as well as with Mary Magdalene, she goes through, and Yeshua. Those are the three, and they go through to reprogram the minds and the belief systems for your self empowerment. All of the stories we used to believe we're not worthy, that it's we're unlucky, the betrayals that make us feel insecure, and not that we need to please other people, and all of these things, like, the end up that cause us, like, the abuse and making us feel down, anything that gives us heartbreak. We end up healing it all, clearing it all, and a lot of it stems from childhood. You'll find, and how we grow up, and then this ends up affecting our life and our future relationships with friends or family or lovers. And so when you end up healing all of this out, then you are able to have these divine relationships with yourself and with other people, coming from states of higher consciousness, of love, consideration, compassion, instead of being triggered and being angry, and of being hasteful, being revengeful, being spiteful. All of those things must go away and be healed and cleared, so you can be in love and acceptance for yourself, putting your heart right at the top. So instead of putting other people's hearts above you, you don't. You put your heart right at the top, and then you can put other hearts in the same level as you, but you never put them higher. When you put other people's hearts higher than you, then you give your power away, your self-worth. And so all of these things we go through, and you embody this amazing mind alchemy, emotional alchemy, and energetic alchemy. So it's definitely, um, just so amazing.
It's huge. It's huge what you're offering. My goodness, it's like restructuring your whole patterns, your energetic patterns, to a higher vibration. So everything's like the higher view of everything. It was amazing. That was amazing. I didn't realize. I just kept scrolling and scrolling and it's like I don't know how many MP3s there are in there, but there's a lot.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so how do you see this time period? I mean, I know you're called to be a teacher and a guide because you saw the patterns, the everything's in divine order in my vision, but you saw the patterns of, hey, you can create whatever you want here.
Yeah.
Rather than, oh, I just better stay within the lines. So
Mhm.
this time period, I mean, it's really cool that
Yeah.
as people um, get out of unworthiness to be the co-creator with the universe,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
That's kind of the journey, is like, oh, you mean I'm allowed to do this stuff too? I thought I just had to go through somebody at church, or somebody through that has somebody that's further along the path than me. Oh, you mean I could just jump into the path? What you're offering is a way to stay grounded and in 3D and still enjoy this journey without getting totally whacked. A lot of people that wake up
Hmm.
can't function. And
Yeah.
what you're offering is this step by step peel away of things that aren't love,
Yeah.
that are around you, so that
Yeah.
you can be super duper, uh-oh, in this. Are you there?
Yeah. Somebody was trying to call me there.
Oh. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, and people are loving this. Loving, falling in love with yourself sounds good. Mind alchemy sounds good. Um, let's see. And I did not go after all the financial wealth, fame, and all the materials. It can often feel like that was one of my biggest mistakes. I don't truly believe it, but I can feel like it at times. So there's a lot of people that are awake in one aspect, but may not be awake in another. So your comprehensive journey through all the different aspects of your life can really make a difference. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. And here's Frankie. I love, I think it says, I love being part of David's master's journey. Self-love is a priority.
Yeah. Yeah, Frankie's been on the path there, and I see her commenting on every video as she's going through the Embody series. And she's like,
Oh,
"Oh, this was so good. Oh, it's like, I was crying, but now I'm so great. This is all so amazing."
so how long does it take to do this? I mean, are you once somebody buys the package, they
Yeah.
get access to all of the audios?
Yeah. Yeah,
Excuse me.
exactly. And so what it's not a linear course, like, because some people might need to go into healing insecurities before it goes into that video in the linear part of the course. So you just jump into what you need in any moment of your life. This is the nice part about the course, is whatever you need to raise your light and to get out of a negative state is all there. And then so but typically the course it's about a 5-month program, and it's filled with light infusement along the way, because a lot of this work, it can be difficult. It And this is why there's a lot of what makes this so special is there's so much light infusement and joy creation. So as you're healing out of the old energies, that while you're healing, you also get pulled up into the high energies of light and joy as you're going. So it makes it very easy, considering going on this journey alone, what I had to do to heal all this out of me before channeling this course. It's very difficult, but when you go in with the entire universe and the light, and they're guiding you, it's very easy, and it's just so special, amazing. Yeah.
So your hope for people coming up, I mean, this this I just did a 3-day event that you were already busy doing something with Robin, so I didn't invite you to do it.
Hmm.
But I just did a 3-day event during the solstice. And what we did during that event, which was amazing, it was called Seed Dreaming. It was based around most of the indigenous prophecies about this time.
Yeah.
And what we did is we had people talk about what they were grateful for 2022,
So important.
and what their aspirations, inspirations that they wanted to share for 2023. Do you want to chime in on that? I think that would be really cool to hear from you.
Yeah, well, the thing I'm the most grateful for is everybody who has come here to shift the planet, who have come from all of these universes, who have signed up to assist and break Earth and make its sovereignty free. And now is the time that we have to go across the planet, that we have to get our messages out, our books, our courses, everything. The light has to rise together. So one of the most amazing things that happened in 2022, and I'll remember it for my entire life, is growing up, I've had seen energies and beings and different things, but I've never seen like light beings. And in May of this year, two light beings manifested this one day. I got back home. It was about 4, and I'm sitting on the couch, and they appeared in front of my eyes, 9 feet tall. They were white light, completely light. I could see their feet, their legs, their arms, their face, their human features,
Mhm.
in pure white light. And the man and the woman was there, and the man looked like Yeshua as I see him when I'm connecting. So very well could have been him as eternal light being self. And when he's just smiling at me, and they're not saying anything, and I don't know if it's because they can't, or they just speak telepathically. So because they don't obviously have vocal cords, but maybe they can speak. I don't know, but they didn't. And so I connected my heart with them, and because I know this is how I channel, I'll connect my heart and my third eye, and I'll start channeling them. So I'm asking them what is going on, and he said, "We're just here to witness the global awakening," and that hit me hard. So they stayed 30 seconds, and then they dematerialize up out, um, the two light beings that came. And as soon as that happened, I was like, oh my God, this is it, the moment. So to me,
Cool.
that's when I started thinking about, okay, how do we get our work out there? How do we reach the masses? And then so as it's been unfolding, this project called the Unlimited Source Being Project I'm involved with is I'm starting in the middle of January, and it's going to go, well, it's just going to be continuously, and it's going to spread across the planet. And as it is all about shifting the consciousness, this program, Embodiment of the Master, is the flagship of it, because if not everybody is meant to be a master healer, but everybody is meant to be the new root race, the ones who are of love, the heart-based reality. And so this Embody the Master series, it puts everybody into that reality. And so as more people take this course, then the consciousness shifts people onto these newer, higher grids that are available. And when enough people get into it, then we hit this critical mass moment where everything shifts on the planet, at a collective level. So like my mission is so clear. So we're going to be starting to advertise like crazy on social media, on YouTube, and just by people seeing the videos. It's because what it is the global awakenings happen, and what that means is at a level everybody is aware that they have a soul. And so if you remember when you first woke up, then you remember that you had these questions and you're asking and you're wondering. And so I know that as well. And this is why we are just going to go out and advertise, because we know that people's consciousness at the time of the ascension, we know that they're looking for information. And so we're going to get it to them, pull them into it, help them heal and become, unlimited source beings, basically, and totally, completely empowered, shift into this new vibration so that they can be living in this dream, that living from their heart and completely in this beautiful love energy and the light that they are. So I am so grateful that I can work with other healers and help everybody rise together. I'm grateful for the divine every day. I'm thankful for my children and, my family and my, divine partner, and for all the amazing light workers that are coming together, even involved in this program that we're doing. For you, Kathy, for having me on the show, and for it's just for everybody's efforts that are trying to hear that are coming into alignment, to heal this world, to heal the planet, to heal themselves, just to make this a better reality and to liberate, humanity. So it's just
Wow, you did that off the cuff. That was awesome, awesome. I mean, most of those people that did the 3-day event, actually, some of the people that are on right now did the 3-day event, and they, like Linda said, I caught parts of the 3-day event. It was beautiful. It was an upliftment of humanity. Depict the indigenous said there's two roads, and this was a time of choosing. But I want to add, this is really cool. What Frankie said, you can alchemize the density of confusion more lovingly and without attachment. That's the key, the without attachment. Long and short of it, you're choosing to retrain your brain to not react in a lower state of mind any longer. Yay! That's it, because otherwise that's the story.
yeah,
That's the story where you just reinforce, see, I told you, see, I told you, this
yeah,
always happens to me. Well, you're creating it all. But
yeah,
but a lot of people, the compassion part is that, you don't know you're creating it, and it's part of your I think the game is to get out of all of that, but you have to see it first. But
Yeah.
whoever set this game up is brilliant. I
Oh,
mean, it's brilliant how books can fall off of shelves that you have to read. I
yeah.
mean, it's amazing, don't you think?
That and the angel numbers like, how do you possibly start seeing the same number 2 or 3 times or 4 times in a week? But it's like, instead of just what, oh, I've been seeing 1111 or 1717 or 8585, and it keeps coming up, I keep seeing it. Instead of just leaving it at that, look it up. What does it mean? The universe is trying to reach out to you. It is trying to give you messages, to offer you the encouragement, to offer you the support. And then when you really start tapping into it and you start working with the beings, and they're working with you, it just becomes like complete a magic reality that you're living in. But until then, take the steps that are there, take the numbers. If something falls off the shelf, if all of a sudden you start getting two messages from two different people that they don't know each other, and it's the same message, likely it's the angel is whispering in both of their ears to get you this message so that you hear it. And so just start paying attention to the signs, and power your reality.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about, is that everything's for you. If you are here and you're watching something happen, it's also for you. So a lot of times, being an observer is hard, especially if it's around family, because there's all those triggers. But when you just get to see, and then see if it affected you, then that means there's something there to clean up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this wonderful.
And it
Um,
makes a difference too. Like, when you end up doing this work, your relationships will get better. So when you start healing the traumas that you had, let's say with a sibling or parent, friend, your relationships with these people, they get better. They don't know why, but you do. And so it's clearly how amazing you are when you start doing this work. And when you make energy right, and it shifts out of you, your whole reality changes, your vibration changes, and so do the relationships. They change as well. And so if you, let's say, had a toxic parent, and you are heal it out of yourself, you will find that the toxicity and those abusive patterns magically just stop, or they're very few, and they definitely won't affect you, because when you heal it, you don't feel the trauma of it anymore. And so it's just amazing how it works.
yeah, what I say a lot of times is that everything's a dance, and if you're not dancing back, I mean, the dance can happen. So they do this, then you do that. I mean, that's where the dynamics are for family a lot of times. But if you don't take the next step back and you just watch it, and then you love it, or try to heal it, send the healing, loving energy to it, it totally changes. Because number one, you're an observer, but number two, there's no hooks into it. The family dynamics, a lot of times, if when families are together at holidays, people take on their role that was part of the family dynamic when they were little,
Mm.
and they start that. But that doesn't have to be. It's a dance. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, it absolutely is. I was telling my mom, because like when I was a child, we used to fight a lot, and um, I thought I was an angry person growing up, but what I found was it was an ancestral pass through, and when I healed it for myself, I decided, you know what, I'm just going to heal it throughout every example of anger when I was a child towards my mom, and embracing and loving her, forgiving myself, and clearing it all out. And with that, um, we, we virtually never had an argument again. And when, but when I would see her, and I can tell when she is getting angry, I would be the one who is compassionate and just say things like, I can, very simply, like, you're coming from a place of fear right now. I can tell that you are bringing in a future moment that hasn't even happened yet, and it's creating this energy within you. And like, so it's not even to worry about these kinds of things, because we have to live in the moments that we have, and there's going to be a million different future possibilities. So all of a sudden I'm talking to my mom like a genius, and she's just stunned, and her completely changes, and she definitely has like a lot more um, respect and admiration that I've done all this healing work and I've gone through it, and it has changed our relationship completely.
Isn't that cool? That's so cool. Okay, so we have about 10 more minutes. Do you want to give us a little energy so people can feel your energy and know? That's how I read who's my teacher. Is 10 minutes enough time?
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
Take it away.
All right. So I always make sacred space first. Connect with everybody's higher self, because I don't want to interfere with what the divine wants to do. So I'm going to connect with everybody's higher self. All the families to light everybody's guide teams to be with them now, to support them in this healing, in this release, or in this embodiment of love, or whatever it is that the divine wants to do. So I'm in heaven right now. I'm with an angel, a female angel. She's got green wings. She's holding an earth, a planet, within her hands. So I'm just going to connect with her heart right now and see what it is. We are holding all in our hands. We are holding everyone in our hands with love. Um, we are sending love now to you. We are sending love now to all here on the planet. We are constantly loving. We are constantly here, holding, embracing the love that you are, working with all of the kingdoms, the plants, the sea, uh, the humanity, releasing tension energies, is fields that are creating tension to uplift more, to allow more forgiveness. Okay, so let's. All right. So what do we need to do? Connect. We want to connect with you. We want to connect with you. We are coming down now. We are coming down now. Your column of light. We're coming down now. Angelic beings are coming down now. Your column of light. We are coming here to support you. We are coming here. We are going to assist with a clearing of the mind, with a clearing of old beliefs, abusive patterns. We are bringing in energies to clear out the minds, bringing in impurity, bringing in love if you accept. You must agree and create this connection with us on you wanting to be lighter, clearer, brighter, and we will assist you if you agree releasing out old programs, old energies out of the mind. It will feel like a wave of light clearing through your mind's universe, clearing out obstructions, things that are blocking, things that you believed before, just releasing it and clearing it out, bringing in a strong pillar of light, bringing in higher connection to your guides, bringing in energies in the chakras. We are releasing out old energies that were related in the mind, that were related in the mind's dimension, out, down your back and your front, out of your chakras. We are clearing it out so you can be in alignment in the heart, in the light, and in connection to your guide teams and your fields of love. So this will feel like it is a renew. You are being renewed and rebirthed energetically in a way of speaking because it is a high frequency of love from your angel teams. Okay, so angel wing energy coming in. So they're okay. Yeah, they are restructuring light, removing old programs, doing some clearing, and so this will present an opportunity to grow, to have clarity, the clarity of your heart. So take the moments within the next hour to, with this clarity that you have, to write down ideas for your future, things that you want to work on to make your life better, things that you want to create and manifest. In this clarity, in this light, we are assisting you to change and be more brighter and to see things with clarity. In this moment, your heart and your light and your mind are connected with your guide team. So take the next hour to write down a plan, write down manifestations, what you want to attract, what you want to become, opportunities to advance as a soul, activities to do that are filled with joy. Just write it all down. Everything is clear, and we have provided this as of love. This opportunity is of love for you and for you to love yourself. That is an opportunity to grow in love, to connect with your light and your guide teams, and to be in this moment of clarity and connected to your teams, your heart, your mind with the light and clarity. Okay. All right. We'll thank them for that.
Wow. That's what I needed. Was that just for me? Wow. Wow, I love your energy. I love what you do. That it's like you open a portal. My third eye is still going wow, wow, wow.
Yeah, I never know what's going to happen. That's our first time where.
Well, it was perfect because it said it basically directed us to write down what we want to create for 2023. So it's
Yeah.
perfect. And honestly, the opportunity to work with you is a gift. I hope the listeners will share this. Please do, and help us build knowledge of David's work, because you can see it's, if you go back to this website again, put the banner back up, you'll see it's quite remarkable the amount of resources that David has created that could change your life. Every one of them could be the recipe for success for you. The missing thing that you just needed a little click, right?
Yeah, it will certainly be a complete transformation. It's just this, everybody is pure love, and so this helps everybody shift back to who they really are as a being of love.
So wonderful. So thank you. Incorruptible is what Dizcog put. Incorruptible. Yep. That's it. That's what we are. When we are light, we walk into a room, and we walk into a grocery store and we clear everything in the produce aisle. we go into a restaurant, we clear everything that's in the restaurant. When we are light and expand our field, we can do great things. And David, thank you so much. And this is Frankie, so much love. Thank you so much, with so much love and gratitude. And Dizcog says grateful. And there's lots of thank yous on the feed. So thank you so much, David. So what I would like to encourage people to do is find David Starr on Facebook. I do you have a YouTube also?
Yeah, it's David Starr 144. It's like Star 144. Yeah.
Okay. So you don't have a website, right?
Uh, well, we have the unlimitedsourcebeing.com. It's going to be available pretty soon. It's just
Okay.
finished.
Okay. Well, anyway, well, what happened with the app, real quick?
It's on the list still of things to
Okay. Yeah.
requires a large funding, but it's going to happen and begin in 2023 for it to be restructured. So
Okay. So we'll come back when you're ready to do that and talk about that, because this is what we're talking about, is that there are so many resources out there. David has created a package that makes everything so easy. You'll be guided once you reconnect with your family and your support system. You'll be guided to which audio to listen to and which process to do. And this is not, it's not hard to do, you guys. You'll be guided, you'll be so excited. Your energy level will change, your health will change, your relationships will change. Everything will be so much more fun for you. So thank you, David, for who you are and all the work you've done. Wow, that is like a lot of work. Thank you so much. And thank you for showing us the way, because this is it. The opportunity is for everyone. Everyone that's here is a divine being. Everyone that's here on earth.
everyone is and just waiting to realize themselves. It's just beautiful.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for this is Happy New Year, and looking so forward to hearing all of the great results you get. Thank you,
Okay.
David.
Bye.